and Dave Consolino. Welcome to the show.
Hi,
Thank you.
Nice to have you here. And Tony Open is named after Tony Consolino, and that was Dave's dad.
Correct.
48 years. That's amazing.
Yes. It's actually been 49 years. They took a year off in 2000 for COVID, but it's the 40. It's not the 48th annual. It's actually the 48th. It's actually the.
Okay, we can't say annual.
Yeah, they have to drop that.
All right.
It's what I've been told.
So you guys are you're aiming for a 50th, a big 50th. Aren't
That
you?
is correct. And things were a little not going down the road so well about a year ago, and we decided as a family that we should jump back in and really put a concerted effort towards perpetuating the tournament to the 50th year so that we can have a big celebration that people can really get behind and enjoy.
The family's very connected to this because it wasn't always named the Tony Open. It
No,
was
it was the American Cancer Tournament when
Well-
it first started. Walter Hagen.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. Well, just piggybacking on what Dave was saying, I mean, I've been fortunate enough to play in this tournament almost every year. I might have missed one or two early on. I don't know when I was still working too hard, but last year it kind of dropped off a little bit for lots of different reasons probably, but that's one of the reasons I'm involved this year. Is I got a hold of the Consolino family, specifically Phil, and said, I just we can't let this thing go away. It's done so much good for Jackson. I mean, again, we're going into the 48th year. This tournament has put more than $2 million of donations out there.
$2 million.
And obviously what Tony Consolino, as we were talking off the air, Tony Consolino really got it going because when he asked you to do something, he really wasn't asking you, he was telling you. and most of us buckled under that pressure and did what he asked. But he kept it going obviously for a few years, unfortunately till his untimely death. But then the Consolino family has picked it up since then. And as we also were talking earlier, even though many of the family has moved to other parts of the country now, they've still kept this thing together for 47 years. And so I think there's lots of psychological reasons. I think Phil would tell you he's scared to death of facing his dad dropping off before 50.
Yeah.
If we went this far, we should at least go to 50. And I'm one of the people, I guess, that's still here at Jackson that have been a great supporter of this. I say great supporter of this event. Really, I've just had a lot of fun for the last 47 years. I haven't really done much until this year. I agreed to be part of the committee and help get it forward. But I think it's important to, with the family sticking with it, and they want to get through this 50th year, and then at that point, I think it's time for the Jackson community to step up and pick up the ball and keep it going, to keep raising money until we get to the point where there is no cancer. And anybody that doesn't think they should be involved with this tournament or support it, I would say if you don't know anybody who's had cancer, okay, then you don't have to support this. But I don't think there's anybody out there that hasn't had cancer in their family, or in their relatives and their friends or elsewhere. So it's a great cause, and we need to keep supporting it and keep it going. And we have some openings 2 weeks from today, and people are more than welcome to call me on my cell, which is 517-206-3204, or obviously reach out to Phil Consolino or David or anyone. But we want to keep this thing going, and we want to keep it growing. We've got a good base right now, but we do have a few openings, and we'd love to have a few more people, a few more teams join us.
Phil Consolino's watching down in Atlanta, and that's where he moved. The Consolino family owned Allen Aids for many years, janitorial supplies
That's
company.
correct.
You were part of the company.
Yes, I
too.
was. Yep.
And he was. Tony, and he unfortunately passed away from cancer, which all the money that he raised, and to think that he was fighting a disease that claimed his life. And that, I think, was at about the point close to $1 million raised.
Yes,
right?
at that time. Yes.
Yep, that's correct. Yes, I understand that you actually went over the year he died, actually, which was just a little bit before the tournament.
Yes.
Was the year that they pushed over the
It
first
was like
million.
3-4 days before the tournament.
So, like you, John, I remember the very first one. My mom was the winner of the women's side of it, in 1976.
Seven.
Seven.
1977.
So that was one of my first years in Jackson. That was a big deal. The club, country club in Arbor Hills, it was so big. Two
They
courses.
had to do both courses.
Yes, both,
Yes.
yeah, both courses for several years, yes. Yeah.
I remember one year there was a hole in car one on each course, the same tournament,
Same, yeah, same year.
same
Yeah.
year.
Yeah.
It was amazing. So that I think there's a lot of bells and whistles to this tournament too, like the dinner and prizes and all that, right?
That's great.
Absolutely.
There's a whole laundry list of things that are involved with closest to the pin, all the other fundraising things closest to the Kirby. The Emmons folks always put that in.
You brought me
Well,
the-
and some of them are difficult because you'd have to be a good golfer, which some of us are not. But I just want to let everybody understand, you don't have to be. Last year, I got a $100 gift certificate. I was closest to the Kirby.
Oh, you got the Kirby?
Which is one
closest
of
to the
the,
Kirby.
the Kirby, which is out there and, from Emmons,
Yeah.
supplied by Emmons. And all you have to do is hit a really, really bad shot, which I did. And I won that prize, so.
Nice job. So the money does support cancer, but it does support it locally.
Locally to the local hospital, to Henry Ford, yes.
Yes.
Some of it to the
It goes to the
Gail Jacobs.
yes, Gail Jacobs Cancer.
Portion of the hospital, yes.
Yeah, thanks to the Jacobs family for all that they've contributed into the Consolino family, over $2 million with this tournament. I understand your family is working on maybe a book of the 50 years of this tournament.
Yeah, Phil has talked to me about it. He's trying to assemble or put together something that he could put out that people could have that would accumulate all of the information for the whole time period. Have a lot of pictures and all the information in the book so that it would be available at the 50th.
Well, we've probably got people that have played all 47 years.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's a tradition.
I
for
would
them,
like
too.
to say that I have, but I haven't. Didn't have the opportunity to for a number of years. I didn't play golf for some medical reasons, but I'm back involved in it now, and I do play in it every year, and it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. It's a scramble, so you don't have to be a pro golfer. You just got to get out there and swing it, you know.
It's a fun outing.
Yes.
You have, I think, notoriety within the American Cancer Society as being the oldest
Oldest in the country.
in the country.
Oh, is that right? I
Yeah,
didn't
this
realize
is the
that.
oldest.
That's pretty impressive, too.
Yeah, it is.
But
And
even
it's
just,
right
I mean,
here.
the whole idea of 47 years, I mean, how many of us have been able to do anything for 47 years?
Oh, yeah, it's amazing. Look, here's some shots from past years. You've had, I think last year was nice weather. Is it going to warm up in time for the?
I've been looking, and
2 weeks away.
I've been praying. I've been praying
Yeah.
to
Although anyone-
senior up there to
Yeah.
bring us some good weather.
I'll bet you that Matt Farrell wears that same outfit.
Oh, I
Yeah.
think so. Every
Yeah,
year.
Every year.
he always was real easy to identify. But the weather, it'll be a beautiful day in paradise. It's just a question of whether it'll be raining or cloudy or snowing or whatever. But
You
we'll call it
mentioned-
a beautiful day.
Can you
regardless.
go if you don't golf? Can you buy dinner tickets or anything like that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we
Yes,
can do
of
that
course.
also.
They'll
Yeah.
take your money any way you want to help.
Yep.
Yeah. And you don't have to, while most of us try to put together a team and enter as a team, you can enter as an individual or one person, 2 people, whatever. If you're not able to get 4 people together, and we'll match you up and put a team together. Because I would tell people, most of us have at least 3 friends. So all you need is 3 friends, and you've got a foursome. And of course, if you can't narrow it down to 3 friends, then you can get 7 friends. Then you will have 2 foursomes. Or if you have 11 friends, we can put in 3 foursomes.
They'll
So
make room
either
for
way,
you.
we can accommodate you regardless of how many friends you may or may not have.
All right, guys. Thanks for all the work you're doing on this, and thanks for coming in today.
Okay,
Thanks,
thanks, Bart.
It's the Tony Open with John Cross and Dave Consolino. More of the show after this.